Hello and welcome to the Penguin Rundown. My name is Zach Humphreys. This week, women's basketball, men's basketball, it's a Wisconsin versus Ohio battle. Let's take a look at the women's first and their upcoming schedule. As we take a look, Milwaukee will come into town on Thursday, and the Penguins will play host to Green Bay on Saturday, and then they'll go at Cleveland State for the short travel up to Cleveland. Let's take a look at last year's box score. This versus Green Bay. First time these two met on the women's side, 75-50, the Phoenix won. And then in Youngstown, a little closer game. The Phoenix able to sneak out with a 77-72 win, but Youngstown State had a lead there late and just kind of let it slip away. And the Phoenix, of course, know how to close games as they were nationally ranked for a majority of last season. Take a look at the season stats. Rebounding edge, very comparable between the Phoenix and the Penguins, and I think this is going to be a stat to watch because the Penguins' little added size there this year. Hopefully they can keep up with the Phoenix on the glass. And let's take a look at the women's basketball standings. There you see Green Bay up top at 12-2, 2-0 in the conference. Cleveland State 10-5 and 2-0. And you won't see Youngstown State here on the first page, but we'll get to that in just a minute. We see Valparaiso 1-0. They beat the Penguins just a few days ago. Wright State, UIC both 1-1. And as we turn the page there, Youngstown State 0-1 and Loyola 0-1 along with Milwaukee. The Penguins, as you see there though, the 10-4 overall record, the second best record in the Horizon League, but you see them on the second page because of that first conference loss. And Detroit, surprisingly, has lost their first two Horizon League games. And now for men's basketball, let's take a look at their upcoming schedule. There you see the Penguins at Green Bay to start it off and then at Milwaukee, and hopefully their success on the road continues. They've struggled a little bit at home this season. At Green Bay, that'll be an interesting matchup. Very good guard there, and along with a couple good post players for Green Bay and Brown and Kugel. And then they'll go at Milwaukee on Saturday, and then they'll come back home for Wright State, who also has started the conference play very hot. Let's take a look now at the season stats for YSU and Green Bay. There you see the rebounding edge. The Penguins have them there, and they do have them in the assist department as well. And the big thing is the Penguins had a couple easy games before conference play, and I think Coach Slocum hopes that they can turn it around and really start to turn it up here a notch because, of course, we all know in Horizon League it's a little tougher opponents, especially as you get deeper into the season. As now we take a look at the box scores from last season, Youngstown State in that first matchup really got Green Bay by 30, 77-47. And in the second matchup, a little closer, and Green Bay came out on top, 71-65. And these two met up in the first round of the Horizon League tournament at home. The Penguins played Green Bay and ended up winning another big one, scored 77 again. They won 77-60 in that matchup. As we now take a look at the men's basketball standings, we talked about Wright State. They're up top, 3-0 in the conference. They've played all those games at home, so we'll see if they're as battle-tested on the road. Valparaiso and Detroit, 3-1 overall. Cleveland State and Green Bay, 2-2, as they make that first page. We flip the script now. 1-2, Youngstown State comes in at. Loyola 1-3, along with UIC, and they had great starts, but they've struggled here in Horizon League play. And Milwaukee there in the basement at 0-3. Of course, you can follow the Gwins on Twitter at YSU Sports. You can log on to YSUsports.com to follow all Penguins action. Until next week, my name is Zach Humphreys saying so long here on the Penguin Rundown.